I noticed last episode that I was really quiet in some spots, and I'm like, this time it's just I'm on this mic.
You're just on it.
I am on this mic.
I wish
it's
I could be more
blow out
on
my audio so
mic.
bad.
I wish I could be more on it. It's just super low, and it's down here, and I don't have a good setup still.
Me neither. No. It'd be nice if I had a real desk instead of a folding table.
Yeah, yeah, it's literally what I'm using. I'm literally using like a TV tray that like barely has enough space for the laptop, but I'm stuffing this giant microphone to the left and then my phone charger to the right.
It's you gotta make do sometimes.
Gotta make do. You got to make do.
Early in the process, we're not... No corporate sponsorships, no fancy standing ergonomic desks.
No finance.
No finances.
We got no finances. We got no sponsors.
Bada bing.
I ain't got no desk lamp either. What the heck's up with that, huh?
And all I have is desk lamps since I live under a table. Or under a bed.
I live on...
I am the monster that lives under my bed.
Master, can I get out from under the table, please?
No. No, you cannot.
Make the lighting a little bit better. Plug in my other desk lamp.
Yeah, no control. I'm in like filmic.
It is what
I'm
it
in like
is.
filmic noir. Like it's very grainy, like 1940s yellow filter over. I have no control over this.
It's unfortunate. It's also
but I'm
just
in
so
like an
weird.
old-timey movie. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Zeppelin races, everybody. We're here. Yankee Doodle's going up real fast, and here comes Jablowy. What?
Uh-huh. We're off to a great start.
Rollicking good start here at the Zeppelin races, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Have I told you the story about how somebody at Hacienda tried to help me get away with a crime?
No. I have not heard this one.
Oh my gosh. All right. I was reminded of this story today by my parents. It's very funny. I'd completely forgotten this had happened. So, my parents were like wanting to meet up with me. I was like at work or in Anchorage for school. And they're like, we're going to be at Hacienda in Wasilla. Meet us there when you're done with everything and we'll have dinner. I'm like, okay. I show up there. I'm like 10, 20 minutes late. They've been sitting there for a while. And apparently I matched the description of a person that the police were looking for in the vicinity.
Oh, no.
Apparently I did. They were looking for some guy with a beard and a hoodie. Like, that's it. Like, that's the description.
Man, that describes literally every man in Wasilla.
I know. It's a problem. Except for TJ. TJ can't really do half of that.
I guess Jacob.
Yeah. There's a couple people that can't pull this off, which, it's fine.
Yeah.
Beard doesn't work for everybody, so. So, I'm trying to remember how... So, apparently, the police were looking for somebody, and they walked up to the person, or, they walked up to, the person that meets people at the door at Hacienda, and they were like, we're looking for this person. And she legit was like, no, I haven't seen them. And then goes.
Uh-huh.
This girl then walks up to our table, where I'm sitting with them, me, with beard and in hoodie, goes up to me and says, so, sorry, I noticed that you showed up here late for dinner. These are your parents, I'm assuming. Do you know that the police are looking for you? And I was like, I don't think the police are looking for me. It's like, listen, it's okay. I can sneak you out the back if you would like me to. It was like the most legit, this is my favorite person in this entire world. Loved her.
That's a real bro right there.
Real bro. She was a real bro. And she literally just was like, I can sneak you out the back if you'd like. We don't have to deal with these guys. It really
wow.
Nowadays, it reminds me of those freaking gnomes from Fantasy High.
Digby and Wilma.
Or, but, they're like, oh, just remember that the police are pigs, and then they shoot up.
Oh no!
Those guys.
The other ones.
Yeah, the ones that
they
they
were halflings,
get ice
I
cream
believe.
with. Are they halflings? Yes, they're
Yeah.
halflings. Yeah, not Digby and Wilma. That's Gorgug's parents. But I'm thinking of the halflings that they get ice cream with, and he just starts going off about like anti-police politics. It's so funny, but it just nowadays it reminds me of that. But yes, this girl, like my age, like our age roughly, was just like, I'll sneak you out the back. Like we don't have to deal with these dudes, right?
That's pretty awesome. Honestly.
And I was like, they're not looking for me. I am not a criminal. You're the greatest. I will make sure we give you like a $30 tip. And then I looked at like my parents, like, we have to tip her. Like, she's not even like our waiter or like our waitress. Like, we're tipping her.
But we're gonna tip her.
And it's like, how much are we? It's like, I have $30 in my wallet right now. I will give this to her.
Damn.
It's so funny. No, it's just I'm going to see a bunch of family next week. We'll see how this goes. But I'm going to be seeing a bunch of family, and my parents are like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to have to tell everybody that story." It's like, "Okay. Sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
I love that for me.
I love that. It's great." But no, that happened, what was that, 2 years ago? It was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still funny. It's great.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was on an episode of Alaska State Troopers in the background.
Oh,
She was in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
We live by a gas station that has a considerable amount of criminal activity happening.
I could see that.
So every couple of weeks there's some big old trooper event down in the driveway of this gas station. But they had the film crew out for Alaska State Troopers, the show, back when that was a thing. And so you could see my sister like walking by in the background as she went in to get a newspaper, because Mom's like,
awesome.
"Go in and buy something so you could be in the episode."
That's
episode, the episode name, and this is my favorite part. The episode name is "Smells Like Death."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So my sister's film career took off there.
Oh yeah, beautiful. When Disney Plus first came out, they what's that show? She's
know.
like a vet. She's a veterinarian.
There's
she
the
did a
wildlife
show
vet
for
in Alaska.
Yeah, but she was I can't remember her name, but she does that TV show for the History Channel or for National Geographic or something. But the episodes of that show were put on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So like my parents, they got it, or I got a Disney Plus, and they just mooched off of me or something at first. But they would watch that show all the time, and I would get a text once every 2 or 3 weeks, just saying, "Hey, we saw Garrett on Disney Plus today."
Is it Dr. Oakley? Yukon
Dr.
Vet,
Oakley,
maybe?
yes, Dr. Oakley, yes, that's what it is. But yeah, she came to the reindeer farm a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she's one of the only kind of good vets.
Yeah,
that'll
you're not
do
wrong.
Anything bigger than a cat or a dog.
Yeah,
professionally.
Exactly. But yeah, no, she came there a lot. So every single time there's an episode that features the reindeer farm, Garrett's there, freaking holding a reindeer by the antlers, holding it still, so they can either chop off an antler or they can give us some drugs.
Yeah. See, you can't get me on the topic of Alaska vets because I've got all the tea and all the shade, and I'll get arrested for slander.
I believe you.
But no, I haven't had a chance to meet Dr. Oakley, so that's pretty cool.
I met her once. I basically was told hey, so Dr. Oakley is gonna come, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I met her. I was like, "Hi, I'm Chase." And he was like, "Hi, will we be working with you today?" And I'll be like, "Nope, I'm in the gift shop. Bye-bye." And then I didn't see her for the rest of the day.
I mean, hey.
It was definitely in a point in my time where I definitely was like, "Nah, I don't want to be in front of a camera. Not today." I'm
But now, now.
Just give me the spotlight, baby. Just right now, just hit me with it. Gosh, when I did that production assistant gig for that Homestead Rescue show up there, the amount of fucking times my dumb ass was just standing there with the blank face when the camera was rolling, and I saw a producer go, "Get the fuck off the screen. Get the fuck off." And I'm like, I was told to stand here, and then I leave. It's like, listen, keep me off the camera. Let me cut down trees and carry them on my shoulders, please. Thank you. Let me die of heat stroke off camera.
I'm just following orders.
I will be
dramatic. If those orders are to die, so be it.
If we want to be dramatic about it and we want a death on camera for views, just
here.
make sure that my cut goes to my family. But you can film me dying. It will be dramatic, and I will put a single tear will go down one eye. It will happen.
Yeah, probably.
I am trained in the ways of the crying through one eye.
I'm trained in the way of the theater arts.
The theater? Theater.
I was born in the theater. I will die for the theater. Or something.
Something. I'm trying to... What was, like, the first... I'm sure we've talked about this, and my brain just sucks. Like, what was
Probably.
the first show you did?
Oh, first show I did ever was...
Like Babby Live, like, when you're this big, what was, like, the show that
I think my first performance that I ever did consciously was my church's choir, where I did have a solo of a single shouted line at the end of a song. Which is funny.
Yeah.
And then I played granddaughter number 3 in a Christmas play that my church did.
I like it.
A lot of church plays.
A
lot of church plays. And then in high school, I did a lot of church plays in middle and high school.
Gotcha.
That don't have names and were just really bad. And then I did summer drama camp at our local theater, where I was the nanny in Robin and the Sherwood Hoodies. Robin and the Sherwood.
The Sherbert.
No, Robin and the Sherwood Homies.
And
yes.
that is a play that I'm familiar with in context of you talking about it.
Yes. Yeah, no, I don't act a lot. But when I do,
it's
I'm
all bangers.
The outrageous flamboyant
wins.
character. Oh, darling, no, you simply must stay safe. These ruffians and thugs.
Just snaps from the audience. Just
Look, I'm gonna be a really great famous actress when I'm in like my 50s, because I will be just like the Dowager Duchess in every period drama.
You'll be in your prime. You'll be ready.
Yes. This accountant gig, this is just to tide me over until my place on stage is ready for me.
Yeah.
See, Broadway's just not ready for me yet.
They don't know. They don't know what they're up against. Like, the second that you hit that stage, it's just gonna go...
blow them all away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first play I ever was in. I think it was a play version of The Nutcracker.
Uh-huh.
And I just played a toy soldier. And I too was like, my only thing I had to do was I stood in a line with all of the other toy soldiers. I was adorable. I looked just like this. Just imagine this head on like a tiny person's body. It was me.
Okay.
Beard and all. Odd. My job was to just, when it went down the line, every single person had one like sentence. It got to me. You had to step forward, say your line. Every single time we performed that show like 3 times. Every single time, didn't know what the line was, forgot it.
You had one line in the whole show and you forgot it.
Yep.
Every time.
Every time.
Dang.
Stage fright. It's a problem when you're in kindergarten.
It's a problem when you're an adult, I've heard. Can't relate, but I've heard that.
Yeah, it's not great. It's almost every actor you talk to will tell you that the audition is the worst part and will
Oh,
always
absolutely.
be the worst part.
Yeah, no, auditions are the worst because that's when people are intentionally judging you.
Yep.
No,
I don't
thank you.
remember how he phrased it. There was a Troy Baker had like this whole thing. He does this. He has his own channel on YouTube, and he calls it The Relator. And he used to just like talk to people like via live chat, but also just like tell a story / kind of like give like a lesson of something he's learned in his life. But he talked about the process of the audition and how to make it easier, treat it as a job interview rather than an audition, and it helps.
Really?
I don't remember his phrasing. It's been a while since I listened to that story. I think this was in the early days of that, and it was literally an Instagram live stream that he did that eventually got uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's how I like found it. But he just talks about like when you go into your audition, this is your opportunity to introduce these people to the character. This isn't introducing yourself portraying this role. This is them hopefully meeting the character for the first time.
Right. That makes sense.
And if somebody else does it better, then you just move on, right? Because that means they deserve this more than you, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah,
or nepotism.
Definitely.
Or there's nepotism involved.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I found that to be super interesting. He's got many opinions, and not a lot of those opinions I super agree with, but he's definitely pretty smart when it comes to like being creative and being confident with your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take criticism very well, though, I will say.
That's always a difficult thing. My problem is nobody will ever give me criticism.
Yep.
It's like, no, I think you did great. No, that doesn't help me at all.
It's my biggest problem at my job right now. Is that somebody will walk up to me, I'm like behind on my dishes all day, and like I hear from a friend of mine going, "You're doing great." And I'm like, "I don't believe you," as I keep going.
Mm-hmm. Like, just be honest with me. If you think there's something I could be improving on, please, for the love of God.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it, obviously.
It's definitely one of my biggest problems with working environments and communication with people. Is I'm always like, I can't grow unless you tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
And once I know I'm doing something wrong, I can work on it. But until then, I'm going to keep doing it wrong and not realize I'm doing it wrong. But instead, we're doing it live.
Yes. That was a good one. That
was
a good
great.
lead-in. That was a good lead-in. I'm Liv.
I'm Chase. Welcome to the conversational podcast between friends. The show
where we do the thing.
There it is. What up, y'all? How we be doing?
Is you doing good this fine, fresh, freaky
Friday,
Thursday, or Wednesday if you're a patron?
Yeah, exactly.
Today, how you doing today?
How you be?
Are you existing in the place you are in?
Are you the skunk with its head stuck in the mayonnaise jar?
See, I thought mine was an obscure podcast reference, but you won. I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh, it's literally there's a subreddit of like existential humor. And it was literally just an image of a skunk with his head stuck in a mayonnaise jar, and it says, "You are the skunk. Your existence is the mayonnaise jar."
Is your face stuck in your existence?
It's something like that.
Our paralegal team may be able to help.
Call us at 555-555 to get that mayonnaise jar off your fucking skull.
Yep.
And then you too can become a Broadway actor in 35 years.
Something like that.
You were working hard this week though.
Yep, working hard or hardly working, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just been a busy week.
Yeah.
You always have those in college. There's one of those weeks where you like sit down and you're like, well, it's time to tell all of my friends I hate them so they'll leave me alone so I can do something for 5 minutes. And then remember 2 days later when you're sad and lonely that, no, the real issue is you all along. You just need to sit down and focus. It's not other people's fault. I'm going through it, if you can't tell.
I see it. You're going through it, and it's fine.
I'm constantly going through it. These things happen.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but, actually, I do have something to talk about that did help. That did help with this.
What's up?
2 things. 1, I switched to half-calf coffee. I do 1 part decaf coffee, 1 part regular caffeine coffee.
You
yes,
just
I know decaf.
You mix both, or you make both and you just mix them in 1 cup?
Well, I have I got for Christmas a coffee maker that you put in basically just 1 serving of beans and it makes a 22-ounce iced coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put half regular grounds and half decaf grounds. And yes, I know decaf coffee still has caffeine in it. It's just less caffeine, but it's working.
It's fine.
Reducing the caffeine intake, not just cutting it off wholeheartedly, because I still have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. I definitely was going through the ringer, just fully cutting it off. Until I finally was like, okay, I'll have a cherry Pepsi a day if I need it.
Uh-huh.
So I did pull a cherry Pepsi out right before we started the show.
Yep.
And I drank that, because, oh boy, I needed it.
Long day at work. Long day at work.
But otherwise, my caffeine intake has been greatly diminished. My wallet is thanking me more than anything else.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no. Half decaf, half calf. Half calf and
something like that. Half calf.
Half calf. It's good. I like it.
Yeah. It's working. It's working for me. And I'm like, I can have at most 1 per day. So, like, I'm setting hard limits. I'm being healthy. I'm still tired. That's just how life works.
That's just gonna be a constant for us, you know?
Yes. But, okay, so you know how I'm one of those people that has to write everything down or else it doesn't exist anymore?
Yes.
And you know how...
Unfortunately, yes, I am fully aware of that. Keep going.
Ouch. Okay. That aside, because now my feelings are hurt.
Oh, come on.
It's one thing for me to be self-deprecating about my brain. It's another thing for someone to agree with me. Chase, you're only supposed to shower me in compliments.
Listen, I get to have fun every once in a while, all
no,
right?
that's just mean.
No. Keep going.
Yes.
You're telling us a thing. Please. I interrupted.
Yes. So I have no object permanence. Once I put something down and I can't immediately see it, it basically doesn't exist in my head anymore. Mm-hmm. It's a very common ADHD thing. It sucks. I found on Google, because I was trying to find the spreadsheet app, because I'm dumb and it's right at the top on the Google suite of things that they provide.
Yep.
But at the bottom, they have this thing called Google Keep, which just sounds super Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, come on. You hear the word keep and you're like, ah, yes, like a crypt deep in the mountains.
Nah, you lost me there. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's me, I guess. The Dragon's Keep.
I mean, sure. I mean, you put dragon in front of it, sure. You put Google in front of it, I'm thinking, oh, what are they gonna do with my data?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, but basically, it's a sticky note app that Google does.
Okay, yeah.
And so what it does, you can make like notes and checklists, and then label them so that like they're sorted and you can find them. And so now I just have that with everything I need to do pulled up on my second monitor next to me constantly. And then on my phone, since I have an Android, because Android supremacy, I also got a widget for it for my home screen. So all of my checklists are on my phone, the thing I'm on the most. So I can't get away from them and forget they exist.
That's pretty good. That's good. It's
actually working really well, and I'm very excited. So I've got like a series of notes for all the things I need to do for like regular life, and then I have one for all of my streaming and podcasting. Which is delightful because I'm a busy woman.
There's probably a lot of notes on that podcast side. There's probably a decent amount.
There's so many. There's so much I need to do in a week, and I'm just gonna die. I think that's the plan. I should have listened to everybody when I was like, hey, look at all these things I want to do, and here's all my plans for them. And they're like, hey, you're a full-time college student with an almost full-time job. Maybe you should slow down a bit. And I'm like, no. Maybe I should have listened.
Maybe.
But here we are.
2
podcasts and streaming and multiple Instagrams later. Here we are.
You want to talk about your show?
No.
Why not?
Because I want to hear what you want to talk about. We can always talk about my streaming thing later.
Okay. I'm just saying it was a pretty good segue into talking about your new show, but we can save it.
Oh, right, podcast.
Yeah,
right.
your podcast, Liv.
Do you know how many irons I have in the fire? Yeah. It's actually just launched.
You literally said, I started a new show this week, and I was like, you want to talk about it? No, absolutely not. How dare you? Who the fuck do you think I am? Why would I want to talk about that bullshit?
I'm sorry. I just closed all of the notes that I had on the show that we just started this week, and it stopped existing in my head.
I'm so sorry.
My brain doesn't work, okay?
I'm sorry. It's not.
No,
it's not.
It's good.
It's not
good.
funny. It's not funny.
Like,
I am crying a little bit. It's very.
What are you talking about? I don't want to talk about this. I want to know what you want to talk about, Chase. Yeah, we could talk about my other show. This week, today, you're not going to hear it the day we're recording this, but Saturday the 13th, me, friend of the Doing It Live show, TJ, and Jacob, who we talk about enough times that people should be vaguely familiar with the general concept of him, we started a gaming podcast called No Name Games, where we talk about video games and tabletop role-playing games and card games and the like. I'm not doing a good job of selling my own show, but I just launched the first episode today, which is exciting. Eventually it'll actually show up when you search for it. And it's gonna be good. I don't know what else to say. Chase did the logo art for it, and I think it looks great.
Hey, thanks. I contribute.
Yeah.
I help when I can.
Yeah, I voice it, so I also help.
You did. You do voice in it.
Yeah.
I also was able to contribute in the not necessarily editing, but the peer review process of testing out the show and getting it up, which was fun. It was nice to be. It felt good to be looked upon as a quote unquote expert, I guess.
Yeah,
to figure
Chase likes
things out.
to be included.
I like to help. If my help is not needed, then it's no worries. But I also, but if people want help, then I'm here to do it.
Yeah. The show's gonna mostly focus on probably like tabletop games, though since we all have an interest in video games, we've just kind of gone with the fact that that's also something we're gonna focus on.
Yeah, I mean, you'll talk about it at some point, you know.
Oh yeah, TJ, Jacob, and I all play Hades, or have played Hades almost religiously for at least like a month of our lives.
So it's going to be, let's talk D&D, but then let's talk about Hades for the rest of the show.
Yeah, that's kind of how it might. TJ is like super into Magic the Gathering, and so that's one of his areas of focus. We all play Dungeons and Dragons, so that's obviously going to come up a lot.
Obviously.
We talk about it a whole lot in our first episode.
You do.
Which you can find on Google Podcasts. We did do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna mostly talk about other tabletop role-playing games, especially like the pick up and go one-page RPGs that I think are just phenomenal. And Jacob is gonna also be there. No, that was mean of me to say. Jacob's also.
Oh, that's great. That's funny.
Jacob and TJ are very much way deeper into Magic the Gathering than I am, so I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of points in time where I'm gonna do like the stereotypical like dumb girl thing of like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. And
I've literally never heard you do that voice before, and that's super good.
Yeah. We all have a very
What are we doing?
depth of knowledge in a lot of different things, so it's gonna be very educational, and it's gonna be fun as we all like, wow, you people are idiots. Why don't you know this basic thing about this thing I enjoy?
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to getting a couple more episodes recorded and put out.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, Jacob does a lot of Magic, a lot of Warhammer, and a lot of D&D, so that's kind of his...
He's got a good, like a widespread. He's got a good broad net, which is good.
Yeah. Jacob's...
His
He's
net's
our everyman.
huge.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, and then I was like, well, that's weirdly sexual, and I'm not gonna say it.
I'll say it.
Thank you, Brian. No.
Text it to me and I'll say it.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but no, Jacob's got a nice, a good amount of knowledge about enough various nerd topics that he's just good at contributing to every part of the conversation. So, like, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I listened to you. Listened to your first episode before it got uploaded. I liked it. It was pretty good. I don't agree with the part with let's make it better than DIL, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
I like to keep all of my interests competing with each other.
It's
I
fun.
have so many irons in the fire.
No, it's fun.
What if I forget that doing it live is a thing because I'm so busy with no-name games?
That's going to be a really weird episode where I go, it's Chase, and Liv's not here.
She forgot we were recording today because it's no longer on her calendar, and it stopped existing once it stopped being written down.
She fully removed it. It's gone.
She's dumb of ass, pure of soul.
It's fine. It's fine. She's getting the full RSS feed bill now. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh no.
Surprise! Show up to the call. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you guys to get the show going. I really liked it. I'm excited that it's uploaded.
Yeah. I'm going to segue into another thing I wanted to talk about because I think it's funny.
That's fine. Do it.
When I was working my way through figuring out how to upload the show, because it took a while to figure things out as a group, and sometimes I just do things myself.
That's sometimes okay.
How to get our podcast on different platforms, and I accidentally, actually, the same day I figured out where Google Keep was, I found Google Podcasts, and there is another Doing It Live show on Google Podcasts.
That's right. I forgot you were going to talk about this.
Yes, and now I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it, and that makes me upset. Oh, it's called Do It Live.
It's called Do It Live.
It's called Do It Live by John and Craig. And I still haven't listened to it, but they got a website.
Hi, welcome to Do It Live. I'm Craig.
Their website is also, they upload it on SoundCloud like we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their
well,
tagline.
I mean, not anymore, but
we'll talk about that in a minute. Their tagline, love this. Talking about stuff, maybe some things, who knows? Definitely going to discuss the Oxford comma. We are named Do It Live, but it's pre-recorded. Come listen to the worst named podcast on the web.
It's like a weird little burn, right? Like it
hurts just a little bit.
It kind of hurts. Because I thought it was clever, but then again, every single time I would tell somebody, "What's your show called?" and I say, "It's called Doing It Live," and they go, "Sorry, it's a sex thing," and then they just leave. It's like, okay,
oh my gosh.
Bye, Amy.
Some of their talking points and episodes they haven't uploaded since August 2020. They cover topics from how to beat Bobby Flay.
Okay. How to beat Bobby Flay?
Yeah, because there's like a cooking competition.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whatever.
I thought legit my brain said they're gonna like corner him in a back alley and they have to fight him.
That would be funny. the Tiger King, a commentary track, basically.
Oh, like literally they did commentary over like the show or something?
Yep.
God,
Animal Crossing.
That shit that I wanted to do.
Rocket Man, Airline Fiasco, Royal Update, Harvey Weinstein, Coronavirus, Facebook. They basically just take all of pop culture, anything popular going on, and they talk about it too. Can't guarantee that it's a good show because I still haven't listened to it.
I haven't listened to it. But their art actually has the dude on it, which I'm forgetting his name.
The guy that
screams "Do It Live."
Was it Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, it's Bill O'Reilly. Yeah. It's like their art. That's fun. I think that's actually super fun.
That it is hilarious that of 37 episodes of gags about how, hey, we're doing it live, but like check us out on all the podcasting platforms except for Google Podcasts.
But we're there.
The Negaverse version of our podcast is there.
Listen, this is a part
It's all connected.
Listen, Do It Live is the alternate reality version of this show. It is a part of the Doing It Live cinematic universe.
Sorry, Do It Live. Actually,
I can guarantee you we're gonna do an episode in the future of this show.
Chase,
what's up?
Just all things considered, it's Do It Live with John and Craig.
Yeah, I'm Craig.
No, Chase, what's your first?
It's my name is Craig. Hi, nice to meet you.
If my name was Craig, that's it. The only difference here is they gender swapped one of their protagonists in this show. Yep. Protagonist isn't the right word. They stole our bit a year early.
They did. They stole it. They stole the bit unknowingly.
It's terrible. We must defeat them in one-on-one combat.
We're gonna have to create an altered reality around a small New Jersey town and fight them to the death in sitcoms.
Are we going to talk about WandaVision? I
mean, I discovered that you've been hiding it from me that you caught up.
I'm not caught up. I haven't watched this week's episode.
Well, we don't have to talk about... It's really good, isn't it?
It's so good! I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to be the guy that spoils anything. But it's really good.
It's good. It's good.
The end of the last episode that I watched, episode 5.
Which is 5. Mm-hmm. Liv, watch episode 6 for fuck's sake.
It came out yesterday, Chase.
Yeah.
I will have watched it by the time this goes up, but the Disney Plus app wasn't open on my phone, so it ceased to exist because I couldn't remember that it exists.
You gotta get the tab on the notes. Say on Friday mornings, just go to Disney Plus.
Let me reopen my finished to-do list for today. 1 second. Let me go like this. Let me add. Watch Wanda.
I'm just imagining a scenario where
6.
we watch the video cast of Do It Live with John and Craig has wingtips.
Are you making fun of my eyeliner?
No, I mean I like your eyeliner. I'm just saying.
Stop making fun of me. I'm not making Chase. I'm out here just trying to live my best life, and you're over here oh yeah, your brain's broken. Oh, look at her eyeliner.
Dear Lord, Liv. My gosh, I can't say one funny thing. I can't. You won't let me.
Come back when your jokes are good.
Oh my, they're all good, okay? We're fighting now. This is what's happening. We're fighting now.
We're really not. No, it's cool. Yeah, it would be funny if they had eyeliner, though. That would be funny. I'll watch WandaVision tomorrow. Because I have work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I record another podcast. I'll watch it Monday. I'll watch it Monday before I stream.
Perfect.
I promise.
Perfect. Nah, it's a good show. It's a good time. Liv, you have the power to do whatever you want with your life. If you don't want to watch the show, you don't have to watch the show.
No, I mean, of course I'm gonna watch it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Watch the show.
I'm not gonna watch it if you keep telling me to watch it, but I have watched almost all of it, and I agree, it's a super good show, and I am very excited for the ramifications on the future Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens in Spider-Man 3.
You know, like the whole Spider-Man 2, Quentin, like,
yeah,
all
Mysterio.
That stuff. I really did think that they, like, completely cut off the concept of the multiverse there.
Nope. It's weird, right? Because, like, I guess this information isn't necessarily everyone knows it, but, like, yes, they set up the concept of the multiverse in Far From Home. Call that universe 616. Nerd Chase is going, that's incorrect. This is not 616, you fucking hacks. And then, but then they keep going and say, ha, he's not, right? But then they do announce that the Doctor Strange movie that's coming out, directed by Sam Raimi, is called The Multiverse of Madness. So
it's gonna be good.
It's up there. It's just like, what are you trying to do here, Kevin? Yo, Feige, what's going on? I don't get it.
What is this? What is this?
What are we?
What are we doing?
What are we?
Oh, I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Also, can we just talk about Elizabeth Olsen's entire look in the episode 5 of WandaVision?
It's good.
I would kill for that hair.
Can we talk about her look? No, wait, you didn't watch it. Never mind. Sorry, you didn't watch that episode yet. Never mind. Don't worry about it. What? I didn't spoil anything.
If you're talking about the Halloween costume, I've gone on the internet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about the Halloween costume.
Like, I've been on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen her Scarlet Witch costume, and I think it's hilarious because she was told, like, from being cast in the earlier movies, like, you're not gonna have to wear Scarlet Witch's comic book costume. Like, don't worry, you're good. Well, here we are. It's funny.
But, like, Elizabeth Olsen has been, like I don't know her personal background with, like, comics. You know, I don't want to assume anything, obviously, but, like she has on record in many interviews talked about how interested she would be in doing the House of M storyline. How she would love to do that.
I mean, I would love that.
Yeah. But I think it's cool. I'm just glad that we're getting more Scarlet Witch, because she has not been very well utilized in these movies.
Oh, absolutely not.
They gave her back her accent.
I did notice that.
They gave it back to her, and I hate it so much. It's so bad. It's like, Elizabeth Olsen, big fan. You're a very good actor. I love your work.
But the Sokovian accent
the Sokovian / Russian / German accent is not. It's not great.
It's not working for you.
It's not working. Whose idea was it to bring that back? Did she just decide, I don't want to do the accent anymore in Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame, and she decided, I'm gonna pick that up again.
Maybe there's a reason for it.
Maybe. I think they were trying to differentiate her from the real world versus the universe she created. Because, like, in the sitcom, she's like, well, I'll tell you about this one, bucko. Like, she does that the whole fucking time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she walks through Portal and she's wearing modern day Scarlet Witch garb, and he's like, hey, look, I am going to go back in. You do not follow, yeah? And then she goes back in, you know?
Yeah.
Good. We don't have to keep talking about it. If we're not, the plan is to not spoil, we can stop talking about it.
I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, it's very good. 3
more episodes.
I love the Scarlet Witch.
She's a good character.
Like, I have loved her since I read anything about her, and I did not grow up on Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
I did not grow up reading comic books.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of the shows growing up, like the cartoon shows. But my brothers had, like, one of those, like, all of the Marvel character encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And I've always loved the Scarlet Witch. And so I'm very excited to see what's going to go on, especially with her twins.
Mm-hmm.
Who should look more like twins, in my opinion. But
they aren't identical in the comics either.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
But still, it's a personal opinion, not a comic factual opinion, Chase.
Yeah, it's a weird hill to die on. It's fine.
Yeah, weird flex, but I am very excited to see where all that's going.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's great.
And I'm going to roll with the fact that they had the kids in the promotional marketing images to be like, that's not a spoiler.
Were they?
I mean, they had cribs and them, I think, holding them in one of the earliest WandaVision trailers, so yeah.
Yeah. There's a crib in one of the trailers, I think.
Yes.
It's fine. We've basically spoiled things, but we haven't spoiled the actually important stuff. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yes. What I'm really excited for, and I still haven't watched the trailer for, is the new Winter Soldier and Falcon show that's coming out very soon.
Ooh, yes. I'm finally excited for Zemo to be done well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like how they utilized him in Civil War very well.
Yeah.
They're giving him his dumb purple mask, and I love it.
As you should.
As you fucking should.
I was watching some old interviews with like all the cast of the different movies,
yeah.
And I love that Anthony Mackie is like, I hate my costume because I'm in a freaking movie about freaking superheroes, and I should be in spandex.
Yeah.
Like, I should be in a bright red spangly costume because I'm the Falcon, baby. And I'm like, that man gets it.
He does. He does get it.
Get that man some spandex.
Yeah. I just started I actually never watched it, but it was it's okay, but I started watching Avengers Assemble on Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
That show has fucking 5 seasons. It's a long show. But Falcon is introduced right at the beginning of that. And like I'm like looking at that like, man, like imagining Anthony Mackie in this. I'm like, I don't think that works, but it'd be very funny to see.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky's look in the show is so good. I don't know what the hell that vest is, but I want it so bad.
I have had a crush on him since he was introduced in the first Captain America movie.
Yeah, had a crush on him since he fell dramatically into that JPEG in the ground.
Since the Cap rescuing him from the torture chamber scene. Like, that was it. Like, my heart. Woo, Sebastian Stan.
He's a good-looking dude.
Ooh.
He's a good-looking dude.
Ooh. The first ever, back when I crocheted more, I used to make dolls. First one I ever made was the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And he went with me everywhere.
Yeah.
I freaking love him, and I'm very excited to see the show. I don't care that it's weird. I just love him.
You are not alone. Like,
I know.
You aren't alone.
I know. I just, I think celebrity crushes are the weirdest thing. Like, I don't get them.
Yeah.
But Sebastian Stan. One exception.
I understand. He's a good-looking dude. He
Actually, exception to my previous comment. No, celebrity crushes don't make sense to me, except Sebastian Stan and Anne Hathaway.
There we go. I was waiting for you to say it, because I'm literally going, when is she gonna talk about Anne Hathaway? She will bring it up. She will. There it is.
Just love Anne Hathaway.
She's great.
Sorry. Continue.
I'm remembering I don't even remember, but it's literally just like the gif of like her like taking the coat off of her shoulders.
Be still my beating heart. Okay, excuse me. The promo image for 12th Night that she was like, she was the 12th Night theme photo shoot, like that. that photo.
I don't know if I've seen that photo. I
Sorry,
probably have, but
I will pull it up for you. You need to vamp so I can find it. Let me keep going, dude. You got this.
Do I?
I love that we do a freaking podcast where we talk constantly, and you're just like, I need to talk on my podcast.
I don't want to talk on my podcast. What's this bullshit?
Okay, I am going to just text you this image.
Please
Here
do.
we go.
This is what editing's for, and I'm fine
literally,
with doing it.
Right, we can just edit things. It's true.
You forget, I have the power to remove everything and anything.
Where is it? Show up. Seriously, there's like fan art of it, and there's pictures of Anne Hathaway, and there's pictures of Anne Hathaway.
You're getting warped into the black hole, Liv. You need to get back here. I've got you on the rope. I'm pulling you back in, okay? I'm gonna pull, alright? Just get out of the Anne Hathaway
Here
black
we
hole.
go. It's the top image that I just texted you.
The top image.
Because it's a two-part from when she was in a production of The 12th Night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yup. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody listening, you know this image. It is that 12th Night Anne Hathaway
It's
image.
the thumbnail on YouTube. I'm just kidding. It's not.
God, I wish. Yeah. Why are we what else were we talking about?
We were talking about Sebastian Stan.
It's funny because I think she plays Sebastian in 12th Night. Okay. Or the Olivia. I don't remember the plot of 12th Night. Girl, pretty.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Winter Soldier and Falcon is going to be very good. Would be better if Anne Hathaway was in it too.
We don't know. She could be. But, Agent 13's in it.
Fascinating.
Blonde chick. She's gonna be in it. I can't remember her real name. Something Carter.
Sharon?
Yeah. She's Sharon Carter. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
I just,
She kissed her great uncle.
They weren't great uncle yet. Or was he?
But if he went back in time.
Listen, there's some inconsistency to the time travel in Endgame, okay? There's some
What?
It's crazy.
There's some inconsistency in the time travel for Endgame? What?
I mean, there's inconsistency in every time travel movie, so.
Some inconsistencies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? How dare you?
Yeah. What? Spider-Man Far From Home doesn't take place 9 years after Avengers 1. Get the fuck out of here, movie. That's like the first big one.
Oh, okay.
Literally, like, because the beginning of Homecoming is Batman and his crew taking apart stuff during the New York invasion of Avengers.
Uh-huh.
And then it says, like, however many years later to where Homecoming begins. And it's like, that's super incorrect. Like, it's not, it's been longer than that, or less than that. It's weird. It's very odd.
Huh. Okay.
But, yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's some inconsistencies, but that's comics for you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
What we need for the future of this confusing world that we live in with all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, is that whenever someone references something from another movie, a little thing at the bottom pops up, says, referencing this, and it gives you the option to click on it on Disney+, and if you click on it, the dude from Ant-Man shows up and explains it.
Yes.
That's what we need.
I agree.
I think that's a good plan, and would get more subscribers. I would watch the version of everything on Disney Plus just to watch him explain everything that I already know. Be very funny.
Me too. It'd be great.
Good times. Are you looking at Anne Hathaway pictures still?
No, I'm not looking at halfway pictures anymore.
I don't believe you.
I'm not.
I don't believe you in the slightest.
I mean, I wish I were, but I'm not.
Okay. We're working very hard
Promise
here.
I'm not.
Okay.
Working hard or hardly working. I watched half of Onward the other night
I love that movie.
before I got tired and went to bed because I'm old.
Yeah.
And the police horse in that movie says that, and I just like
Working hard or
That's-
hardly working, eh?
that's all I've been able to think about since.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that movie so much.
I got brainworms. I'm only halfway through, but I'm already like, oh yeah, this is great. The reason I started that movie and only got halfway through before I got tired is I started watching Soul
So I haven't
right
watched that
before
yet.
it. I got to the like 1/3 of the way movie, 1/3 of the way through the movie twist, and was like, yeah, this is extremely not my taste.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad because I think the concept is sound, but I don't like the movie.
The thing I've heard, and I will watch it to just get my own opinion on it, but the thing I've heard is like there's a message behind this, film as it would make sense.
As in all
Disney movies, there's a message, but like the message doesn't make a lot of sense in this movie, is what I've been told by several people.
Yeah, and I don't.
Like, there's a message,
There's
but their
one character in that whole-
their method for the message is like, that's not great. I don't know if that's you should go about it.
Yeah, no, I got there. You know how sometimes a main protagonist isn't a character you like,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go through growth to get over that.
Yeah, Real Steel. I've seen it.
I don't like the main character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any of the supporting characters. There's exactly one character that was enjoyable to have on screen and interacting with the main character, and he has a 5-minute bit part.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe by the end of the movie that rounds out, but it just wasn't enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've heard very
Yeah.
mixed things about Soul. I've heard very mixed things.
Yeah.
I will watch it at some point.
Yeah.
Or I will watch Onward for like the 15th time.
Also valid.
God, it's so good. It's so good. I have to skip the part at the end, though. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Onward the whole way through?
No,
Just
I
only
got halfway through and went to
just
bed.
halfway. I wasn't sure if you had seen it before. So
Yes, I got to the part where the Manticore and the mom steal the sword from the pawn shop,
so
and I'm just
good.
like,
Love it. Love that.
yes, I love it. I love
The
this.
Manticore is like legit probably the best character in that movie.
I love her.
Which they're good in it, but I mean, the movie literally is just let's have Tom Holland and Chris Pratt be Tom Holland and Chris Pratt for a little while.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate because I like both of them a lot. But like a lot of the fun in that movie comes from like
Everyone else.
the step horse.
Yes.
The step horse and her main man. And the mom and the Manticore and stuff like that. It's fun.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm very excited to finish it later. It's a good movie.
It's good. I have a very stupid question for you, Liv.
Oh no.
It's a very dumb question. I'm sure you've probably haven't seen this because we kind of flow on different ends of Twitter to an extent.
Uh-huh.
We have some things that branch, but for the most part, we're kind of in different areas on Twitter.
Okay.
I have, I guess, a scenario for you. And if you've heard this, just roll with me. You cook a lasagna. You cook 2 lasagnas, okay? 2 separate lasagnas.
Okay.
And you take them both out of their pans, and you stack them on top of each other.
Okay.
Is that 1 lasagna or 2?
It's one lasagna.
That is 1 lasagna. You are absolutely correct.
Cheese is an inherent part of the lasagna. Is not like a sandwich, right? It doesn't have aggressively strict top and bottom layers, like a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put two on top of each other, it just becomes an even taller. It's like if I stack two chocolate cakes on top of each other, you just have one really big chocolate cake.
Exactly.
Yes. I haven't heard this before, but
no,
I'm right.
it's one. It's one lasagna. That is the correct
it's one lasagna.
answer.
It's one it's like it becomes like a cake where you get like frosting in the middle now, like a layer of frosting in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good.
Yeah, it's very good. This is a big lasagna, and it's a
Yes.
better meal because it's a bigger lasagna.
Well, debatable. It's gotta be a red sauce lasagna,
Oh,
not like a
yeah.
chicken vegetable.
Oh
lasagna.
God, no! Get that chicken vegetable bullshit out of there. Give me my Garfield. Give me my Garfield lasagna.
This man gets it.
Give me some of that good old cheese.
Yes.
No, just a very particular field of a feed on my Twitter is literally like they have started civil war over this. Sides have been created.
Yeah, I'm way off.
Feuds have been created. There are streamers that are ranting and creating polls on this shit that I follow. My favorite tweet that came out of it was from Tina Narvaez, who streams, and she's talking about her husband Ray, and she's quoting him basically saying, "Hey Tina, do you know if you stack two lasagnas on top of each other, is that two lasagnas or one? I think it's one. Regardless, you're in for a good time." And it's just it's a cute little tweet, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
I
have a return dumb question for you that's less dumb and more like I'm just kind of curious about the answer.
Okay.
What is the cheesiest thing you've done for someone for Valentine's Day?
That requires me to hold on. You taking notes or something, or what's going on?
No, I was trying to think back because while I'm decent at gift giving, like holidays scare me. So like I'm trying to think like have I ever done anything like stereotypically cheesy for Valentine's Day? And yes, just one instance that I'll talk about in a bit, but I was kind of curious to see if you had anything.
Fuck. I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure. I know that, did I wonder if my promposal in high school might have been on Valentine's Day.
Oh?
But it wasn't super crazy. Like, I literally was just like, we were in the same, like, skit or same play, and we were rehearsing, and at one point I said, I need to go take a pee break, and then I went out to her car, put a giant poster on it, and covered it in balloons. You know, and she said yes or whatever, but, like, that's it. Like, I've never been a Valentine's Day person. I don't. Not off the top of my head. I don't.
Okay. I made a mixtape for someone.
That's pretty good. That's very cheesy. That's very classic of you.
In the in the age that we live in, I did burn a CD of songs and do like a whole cover. And I think that it might be the most genius thing I've ever done, and I'm never gonna be able to top that in cheesy levels.
So you just do it again.
Much like a lasagna.
Much like a lasagna, 2 layers tall, too cheesy.
That's all
to
the
handle.
cheese I got.
That's all my cheese.
Yeah. So I don't know, probably one day maybe do another mixtape. But like I think that's it. Like that's as high as you can go with stupid cheesy things to give someone for a national holiday of romantic inclination.
Yeah. No, it's just never been like, yeah, Valentine's Day has always been not necessarily my thing, and like the the girls and women that I've always really been like around have also been very like, I don't care. So
Yeah.
it's a holiday created by corporations to sell candy and flowers.
And I will buy all of that candy.
And you
It's
have
true.
that right.
I do.
You do have that right.
Someday, I would love to be able to top that, though. Like, someday. But I can't think of anything that's even possibly, like, cheesier.
Let me tell you about,
But, okay, I will return point, though. Congratulations on the promposal, because that's one thing I never got, ever. In 5 years of going to prom, I never got a promposal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a pretty fun time. I looked pretty good in that suit. Won't lie.
All I ever got was to bully people into asking me out.
I'm sorry. That's such a you thing. That's such a you thing.
That I did pressure 2 of my boyfriends into going
You're
to
like,
prom with me.
hey,
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask me something?
It was more like, hey, you're in town for school and it's prom, and I think we should go together. So you should ask me to prom.
You know.
As you do.
Also can just ask them, right?
Yeah. Sure, but the second one was not a prom that I would have been invited to, regardless, so I had to be invited.
Yeah, well, in that case, yes. Sure.
Yes. My high school boyfriend, I bullied him into taking me to prom. It was arguably one of the worst proms I've ever been to.
It's definitely, yeah. That doesn't sound.
That should have tipped me off that we shouldn't have been together, but like, whatever.
It's high school. What do we know in high school?
Yeah, and then I was so annoying about my crush on Jacob that I got his friends to bully him into asking me out.
Yes, I do recall that. Yeah, I do remember.
And it's still so funny. Every time it's just like, how'd you guys get together? I bullied his friends into bullying him. It worked.
It works.
It was the only time I ever went to prom. 5 times I went to prom. Only time I went to prom and someone like got me a corsage and picked me up and took me to prom. And it was like the most touching thing.
So, we had so for our prom, we did like the big photo shoot thing, and we got together with a bunch of people that we were like, oh, like,
as you do,
right? You know, I was with my date. My friend Isaiah was with her date and stuff like that. And we did our photos with like this other couple, and then like this group of like 4 girls that all went together, which it was super fun. It was a nice spot. We took some very good photos. They're all over my Facebook. People have seen them. I posted them many a times. It was a good time. I had prom was fun. And then I was like, all right, gang, hop in. And I was the escort, or I drove everybody in my mom's minivan to prom, which was me, my date, and then it was my friend Isaiah and her date. And it was fun. And then the worst thing happened the next morning.
Oh no.
The worst thing. I get a text from another friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
And he texts me saying, "Where were you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, you were going to pick me up and take me to prom.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
And I was like, we never discussed this. It's like, I sent you a text last night, and apparently I had an unread text message from him saying, "Could you come pick me up for prom?"
Why didn't he call you or something?
I don't know!
Oh my gosh.
But it was just like this moment of, oh, I am so sorry. I didn't.
Also, you did not put any effort into actually getting in touch with me beyond one text.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I don't know. And it's been a while. That was, senior year of high school, which is however freaking long ago that was. But, like, I don't think we had, like, pre-set up, like, I was going to get him. I think it was literally just last minute. He said, something came up. I don't have a ride to prom anymore. Can you give me a ride? And I didn't see it because I'm in the middle of a photo shoot with everybody, and my phone is off in my pocket. because I'm hanging with everybody. And then the next day he's like, so prom was good, huh? And I was like, why weren't you there? It's like, because did you not, have you checked your phone? And I'm like, oh shit. Oh no. Like, listen, this isn't my fault, but I do feel like a dick.
Yeah. End of the night, last time I went to prom, when I went with Jacob, we got a ride with one of our mutual friends, who I'm not gonna name.
Okay.
Because as you do.
Okay.
Who had like a 15-passenger van, and that's what we took to Anchorage to go to prom. You know, religious families, how sometimes they just have like a lot of kids.
Yeah, big van. I get you.
So you get a big van to take all the kids. And also band. They were in band,
the big event.
so they had to have room to put instruments and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, we dropped Jacob off at his house, and he lives down the street from me, so like he was just gonna drop me off on the way home. Drop me off. I get inside, get out of my prom dress, put on some PJs, and I look, and he's still in my yard, and I'm like, that's fucking weird.
That's weird.
He backed into a tree.
Oh shit.
He didn't even, like, not only did he back into a tree, he backed into a ditch and wedged his car up against the tree and dented the side panels of his 15-passenger van and got stuck.
Oh, he ain't going. Yeah, I was going to say he ain't going nowhere with that freaking thing.
Yeah, so we put boards down. My dad got a chain and pulled the 15-passenger van out at 1 a.m.
Holy crap. And is this winter? Or is this...
It was
spring. This would be spring, right? If it's prom.
It's the beginning of March.
Yeah. So, still cold.
No, it was like a couple years ago. There was still like snow on the ground.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Pretty fresh snow, and like just thawed enough to make it a pain. So yeah, my friend crashed his car in my yard at prom, after prom.
That's a good way to end the night. I won't lie.
It was very funny. He got in a lot of trouble.
I bet.
Yeah.
You don't just crash your 15 seat van. What are the other 14 people supposed to do? They can't go to church in that.
Well, fortunately, there was only one of them at that time. One person left in the car at that point, and it was the driver, and so it became his problem.
Yes.
And my dad's problem.
What, you didn't grab the chain and you hoist it in your prom dress? That's a sight.
No, I went in and put PJs on. I was ready for bed. It was like, 1
going
in the morning.
Going to bed now. Goodbye. Good luck, friend. And you leave.
It would have been tempting. It was tempting.
Yeah.
But no, I went out and helped. Woke up my dad.
Help my friend. Whatever. That's funny. Yeah. It's good times. Boy, did I not think we were going to talk about this on this podcast.
No.
But here we is. Here we is.
Like the Chilean miners emerging.
We have returned.
We have returned to very random, weird topics that are very niche.
Yeah. Speaking of niche, it's time to wrap up. I don't know how that is speaking of niche, but it's time to wrap up the show.
Almost.
It's almost.
Yes. Yeah, so check us out. We have a Patreon now.
We do. We have a Patreon. It is fully up to date. It has everything there. And as I said at the beginning of the previous episode, I mentioned it on Instagram. I put it in the story, but I didn't actually make a post. If you would like to make a post, I would more than happy give you the power to do so. But we are uploading on Wednesdays on Patreon, and then Thursdays everywhere else. Video version also shows up on Patreon on Wednesdays, and then available to the public on Thursdays. That might change in the future. We'll see.
Yeah, but for now, as of
that's
episode.
what we're doing. Yeah, and also this is just some news. This really doesn't matter to you, the listener, because nothing will change for you, hopefully. But we have changed our provider for the show, distributor. So we used to do SoundCloud. So I guess one thing of change. No. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud, technically speaking, I don't believe you can listen to it there anymore.
Unless somebody's pirating our show to upload to the...
Well, part of the whole setup of getting this show to go to Simplecast is like I had to put the RSS feed of Simplecast into the SoundCloud account.
Yes.
So that information is just getting routed back and forth. So I think technically speaking, that stuff will still get uploaded to SoundCloud. Maybe. I don't know. Still figuring out how this all works. At one point early on in making this show, I tried to change our distributor, and it almost deleted the entire show, and I panicked and reverted everything back.
Mm-hmm.
And I got scared and never wanted to deal with that again, so I was like, SoundCloud's fine. It doesn't do much for me, but it works. That's all that matters. It works. So this seemed to have worked. I did everything correctly. Things have uploaded. But yeah, so we have changed our distributor. We are now putting our stuff on Simplecast, which you can listen to the show there, but for the most part, Simplecast just creates a website for us where it gives you every link of where we are available, which Simplecast also makes it very easy for us to actually put our content on other things. So
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we actually will. Maybe I'll put us on Google now. I also want to point out, because you spoilers for your show, you do mention that the reason that we're not on Google is because we couldn't figure it out. Is very not true. I've looked at the article I've looked at the post that says submit podcast multiple times. It's mostly for the joke that we're not there.
Okay.
The reason
if
we're not
not
on
explained to me, I'm gonna assume it's because we're just too dumb to do it.
The reason that we're not on Google is because it's funnier to say "go fuck yourself" Google every week. It's the funnier thing.
That's true.
I'm just putting that out there. That is the truth. I know how to do it and have almost done it several times, but I'm just like, nah. But it's too funny. It's too funny. But I might just pull the plug and do it anyway. So this will be our moment of traversing to the other multiverse of Do It Live instead of doing it live, where I will get
We're gonna fist fight them.
I'm gonna meet my counterpart, Craig.
I just think it's funny that you think your counterpart is Craig and not John.
It's funnier.
It's not. It makes more sense the other way, though.
Sure, but in what universe does a multiverse fist fight
that
between
makes you
two
the Spider-Man, dude?
That's fine.
You're the Peter Parker. In every multiverse, you are, but this one you just go by your first name.
I don't know. Craig's a better name.
That makes you the main character. That makes me like the. I'm trying to think of a multiverse. I'm not the main character. This gives you the main character power.
I'm Wanda.
Dang it.
I'm Wanda in your vision.
Sure.
That's not how I see things. But
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, new distributor. We're on Simplecast. We're in the same places we've been. We are now on Amazon Music now, I think. We should be on Amazon. Yeah.
I saw that earlier today, actually. We're on there with Garth Brooks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right next to Garth Brooks, baby.
Who I found out has an exclusivity deal for streaming through Apple, or for Amazon Music.
That makes sense.
Which is why I can't find him on Spotify.
What the hell, Garth?
I know, right?
Hey, can we get a collaboration with Garth for the DIL?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I would talk to Garth Brooks about. No idea.
Me neither.
Just be like, so what are your thoughts on WandaVision, Mr. Brooks?
Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Garth. Yeah, like I said, nothing should really change for you guys except we're working with a program that's better and easier for us to make this show. Go check out our Patreon. Give us monies if you would like to. Yeah. As long as for me personally, if you're just listening to the show, that's all that matters to me. But if you would like to help make this show better, please at least just give us the $3 donation. There is a $15 if you really want to help, but we're still working on what the perks for that are. and being able to do them properly. So
Yes. So recommend just $3 a month.
$3 a month.
You help us maybe get some new equipment or just cover the hosting fee.
dear Lord, let me be able to buy a frickin' webcam. I can't deal with this anymore. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I need a webcam so bad.
I need a computer that's not a Mac.
I
would love
that's also
that
that's me.
for
I'm
me.
like I like this thing for editing. The
And
editing
that's
of
it.
this show, it's great. For theater and Photoshop purposes, great. The second I go, I would like to live stream video game, or I would like to edit video via a video game. My computer goes, I'm sorry, we don't want you to do that. Please
That's
go.
funny.
That's funny that you think you'll be able to do this
Computer go.
competently.
Computer go burr.
But like I said, Photoshop works well, and graphic design is my passion.
It's true. He's very good at it.
Yeah, but like I said, we're in all the places. The longest-winded ending ever. Thank you guys for listening to our show. I have been Choob Soob Canoob Stubin.
I'm Liv.
No,
That's it.
You're Lubov.
No, I'm just Liv, and I'm okay with that. Check out Chase at Agent Montana on Twitter, Agent_Montana on Instagram, Twitch at Agent Montana.
On
Question mark?
Instagram, it's _Agent_Montana_.
With so many underscores, my
It
friend.
was the only way it would let me do it.
Yeah, and I'm all of the same places, but just Ruby Sister Games, because I actually nailed that one.
Yep.
Name-wise.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Check out Chase's Hades streams.
They're there.
And maybe some other Supergiants games
At some
later.
point. I want to stream Hades more, but I'm also like, I like streaming, but my priority is still just making content for the YouTube channel. So I want people to go there more than anywhere
Go
else.
to his YouTube channel instead.
Go there. Resident Evil.
Check out my streams. My streams are lit.
Her streams are great.
And by lit, I mean I want to talk to more people, so please come hang out on my stream.
No, her streams are live.
I'm hanging up the call now.
All right, bye guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.